I'm Drake. This is XQC, real streaming legend. Me, I do music, in case you didn't know. I'm here, as you can see, fully intact. Mind, body, and soul, in case you were wondering. Right?
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul. You need facts to take me out. Fairy tales won't do it. Cheers to everybody.
Words live by.
Words to live by. Real talk. Cheers
Chat.
to everybody. Love. W's for everybody. Maxes tonight. Anitas.
We need Max winner.
Anitas tonight.
Yo, what's up, people? We is back. We is back. Never down, keep it G News. And they all we gotta address Kendrick Lamar and Drake. You know why? Because Drake won't let it go. Like, Drake will not let it go. You would have thought that this was the only loss he ever took in life. Like, I get some people are sore losers. But it just gets to a point where it's just like, all right, come on, Drake. Enough's enough. You lost. Like, everybody don't win every time. Like, this is life. It's a game of life. You're going to have wins. You're going to have losses. You're not going to win everything. And sometimes your loss is going to be bad. But what you are supposed to do is take your losses just like you take your wins. Now, Drake had a lot of wins in his career. Salute to him. And he always took his wins in stride. But now he on the losing end of the battle this time. And he don't know how to take it because he just won't go away. He just said something slick on stream yesterday. And I heard people joking like Kendrick Lamar and turned Drake to a streamer. So I get it. Some people won't let it go. But I think if Drake was to let it go and Kendrick was to let it go, because I don't really hear Kendrick really say too much about it. He do drop little hints, little sneak this. But he don't make headlines. And what I mean by that is, now Drake, and we heard this, early on in the battle.
There was a guy who was helping a lot of artists that was willing to come forward to break all of this down, reveal names, and pretty much just be honest on how the whole process goes. So I said, hey, I'm down to listen. Am I kind of on the money on your intentions here, sir?
No, exactly right. And the only reason I'm coming out and I wanted to say something is because I've never been put in this position, but recently, ever since this whole thing started, I've actually been, receiving texts and people have been telling me not to say stuff, and I've just been put in really weird positions.
Wait, what do you mean what thing? Like what thing started?
It was actually threatening text messages after I worked for a certain artist that we'll get into, and pretty much telling me not to say stuff. Like, certain people were texting me random numbers, just a bunch of things that I didn't want. And I usually don't say anything. People know, I'm known, people know me. They I keep my mouth quiet, I do my work, and then I'm done. I don't take sides, I don't pick who I work for. Mm-hmm. I usually get reached out to, I do the work, and then I just stay quiet, I get paid. But for some reason, they thought it would be a good idea to start texting me from different numbers, just trying to get information and threaten me. So,
Okay, so the reason, so you're the fake stream guy, right?
Yeah.
Now
everybody pretty much goes to me for anything like fake streams or fake views.
That Drake accusing not just Kendrick Lamar this time, but the label. Drake is accusing the label of boosting the numbers during his beef with Kendrick Lamar. Amid an ongoing battle royal with hip-hop icon Kendrick Lamar, Canadian rapper Drake now claims their shared record label secretly gamed the system to artificially inflate his avowed rival's most recent diss track, in which Lamar accuses the former child star of being a certified pedophile while suppressing his own music. In an eye-popping court filing obtained by The Independent, Drake, born R.B. Drake Graham, says Universal Music Group, UMG, used a network of bots in conjunction with a so-called pay-to-play scheme to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with Lamar's smash hit song Not Like Us, all to Drake's detriment. The filing accuses UMG, which has deals with both performers, of paying Spotify to recommend Not Like Us to users who are searching for other unrelated songs and artists. Claiming the label also paid Apple to have Siri purposely misdirect users requesting songs from Drake's catalog, serving up Not Like Us in its place, UMG's ploy, the filing argues, created the false impression that the song was more popular than it was in reality, making matters even stickier. Drake says in the filing that UMG has tried to hide its alleged propping up of Lamar at Drake's expense by terminating employees associated with or perceived as having loyalty to Drake. Yo, this is crazy, y'all. According to the filing, a petition by Drake and his company, Frozen Moments LLC, asking the court to order UMG and Spotify to preserve all relevant documents and communication in advance of a pending lawsuit. UMG has so far refused to engage with Drake over the issue, instead pointing the finger at Lamar and telling Drake to sue Lamar, not UMG. But a source from Drake's camp said on Monday, shortly after the petition was filed in New York State Supreme Court, that Drake is upset with UMG's allegedly shady business practices, not Lamar's lyrics. Drake has hit back at Lamar with his own tracks, calling the Compton rapper a domestic abuser and casting doubt on the paternity of his child. Further, the source told The Independent, if Drake is successful at tamping down wrongdoing throughout the industry, the result could help protect others, less well-known artists from future exploitation. A UMG spokesman declined to comment. Spotify declined to comment. The attorneys representing Drake declined to comment on the record for this story. UMG was one of Spotify's earliest supporters, inking a multi-year global licensing agreement with the streaming giant in 2020. Drake's court filing states it cites UMG's financial supporting, which showed some $2.3 billion in earnings from Spotify in 2003, accounting for nearly 20% of the label's revenues. In May of this year, with streaming so important to its bottom line, UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices to achieve success with Lamar's latest release, according to the filing. It instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with a song Not Like Us in order to make that song go viral, including by using bots and pay-to-play agreements. The filing states claiming UMG charged Spotify 30% less than its usual licensing rates in exchange for Spotify pushing recommendations for Not Like Us to users who are searching for other unrelated songs and artists. Neither UMG nor Spotify disclosed that Spotify had received compensation of any kind in exchange for recommending the song. The filing contends, claiming that such practices contravene the Communication Acts of 1934. And during a Whistleblower revealed on a podcast that Lamar's label paid him to set up a bot network that would generate 30 million streams on Spotify in the first few days after the May 3rd release of Not Like Us, according to the filing. The leaker claimed that he had been promised a cash payment plus a percentage of the song sales in exchange for his help. The filing says UMG also paid to quietly inflate the numbers of views Lamar's Not Like Us video received, paid traditional radio stations for extra airplay, and claims the label allegedly under-the-table streaming deals extended beyond Spotify. Online services reported that when users asked Siri to play the album Certified Lover Boy by recording artist R.B. Graham, Siri instead played Not Like Us, which contains the lyrics Certified Pedophile, an allegation against Drake, the filing states. UMG additionally paid social media influencers to promote and endorse Lamar's song without either side disclosing the financial agreement, according to the filing, which says the agreement generated nearly 900 million streams on Spotify for Not Like Us, a record for the most streams ever in a single day for a hip-hop song, and the most streamed diss track in Spotify history. The song was also a massive hit on radio and became the best-selling rap song of 2024, the filing states. The motivation behind UMG's scheme, according to Drake's filing, was entirely financial. It claims the colossal success of Not Like Us has, in turn, juiced sales for Lamar's back catalog, making him more money for UMG. Drake filing alleged that he has received information that UMG has been taking steps in an apparent effort to conceal its scheme, including but not limited to, by terminating employees associated with or perceived as having loyalty to Drake. Streaming and licensing is a zero-sum game, the filing includes. Every time a song breaks through, it means other artists does not. UMG's choice to saturate the music market with Not Like Us comes at the expense of other artists like Drake. Last month, new metal band Limp Bizkit sued UMG, claiming the label has not paid them despite their songs being streamed more than 500 million times. Drake is accusing UMG and Spotify for violating the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization (RICO), as well as New York Deceptive Business Act and the New York False Advertising Act. Drake is saying that UMG colluded against them. And when y'all hear RICO, remember the definition of RICO is a group of people with one common goal, which means Drake is alleging that UMG used their network of people and it colluded against them. It's a RICO. Now, it's not a criminal RICO. This is I guess it's a civil RICO at this point. But at the end of the day, what they did does sound illegal, or not illegal, but deception. What's the word, y'all? They deceived the people. But that don't really matter, though. You understand? Because Kendrick didn't win because of the numbers. Kendrick won because it was a better song. Kendrick won because it was a better diss track. And I'm not even a Kendrick fan. I was more of a Drake fan musically than anything. If between those two. No, I don't even really like the last album that Kendrick just dropped too much. I listened to a couple songs, but not really my thing. But at the end of the day, how y'all feel about this in the comments, man? Do Drake got a point? Because it looked like to me, y'all, he went through a lot of, probably hired a private investigator. He went through a lot to get this information. Like, how did you find this out? I really think, y'all, Drake hired a private investigator to get to the bottom of what been going on with Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us. Because I ain't gonna lie, yo, when I was in Jamaica or whatever the fuck I was at this summer, one of them damn islands, they was bumping Not Like Us crazy. And how would Drake know that when people ask Surrey to play Certified Lover Boy? Like, how would he know that? Like, how would they have a test trial? Like, what you ask Surrey 25 or 50 or 100 times to play Certified Lover Boy and Not Like Us came on? Like, yo, how did they come to this determination? I guess we'll find more out, but I wouldn't even expect UMG to even respond to this. If I was Kendrick, I would laugh at this because at the end of the day, this is just another plot for Drake to say, look, he ain't win for real because he's looking at the numbers. But this beef wasn't about numbers. This beef was about culture. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. It's another day of Keep It G News, and I'm out.